Today in this teardown video, we're looking at the Spacer Jackel, aka Ranger. I thought that I had found all of the Spacer ships, and then this one snuck up on me. But here it is. This is the Spacer Jackel. I actually bought this one because I could not find it. I don't know why, maybe I'm too high level. But this is the purchasable equivalent, the Ranger. It is a smaller ship. We'll go ahead and take a look at the inside of it. Here is the dock, pretty basic. Alright, we'll start at the back. It's like a little computer room. A couple little storage boxes. We come in the hatch. There's like a little companionway and a window. That's pretty neat. Go up here. We have our little computer room, a second one, and our top hatch. And this way will be our cockpit. So it's a smaller ship. Everything's on this side. We've seen Magellan before. We'll go ahead and exit it so we can tear it down. I'm gonna cross my fingers when I say this, but I think this is the last Spacer ship you can steal and or purchase. This is the Spacer Jackel.
Need to offload? Trade authorities always buy. Hey,
Who knows?
Okay.
Okay, here is the Spacer Jackel. We'll do the teardown. With any of the ships that I buy, I have to go ahead and tell you that the two major differences you're going to see is the parts could be slightly different, and by parts I only mean shields and weapons and the paint scheme, but everything else should be the exact same. You have your Firebolt 4000 suppressor. These attack systems only, they do not attack hull or shield. Then you have your pulse laser. They do more damage to shields, but they do little damage to the hull. It's not bad damage. There is a third weapon on here. We'll find it later. We have our window. All windows have to be... I'm silly. This is shield and... Okay, so these are reverse. This is your auto cannon. It attacks the hull. And then this is your pulse laser. It attacks the shield. So there are three weapon types. You have your landing gear, Nova Galactic port and starboard. You have your Nova cowling, port front and starboard front. You have your helium tanks. They do 150 apiece. But you also have another helium tank here that has 300. So hull 5. This does, double these. If you had two of these, you would have one less part, 5 less hull. So it'd actually be better for you. You have your starboard and port landing gears. You have your V103 cargo hold. The only difference between this one and the Jackals is this might be shielded on the Jackel. I doubt it. I don't think Caravel has a shielded one with this high cargo. I think the largest shielded cargo I was able to find is like 250. You have your shield, average regain rate 830 health, so you'll want to upgrade that. Here's your hull for your top docker, so you can get out on the top. We have our cockpit, living quarters. We have both weapon mounts. These will actually hold 4 weapons and they're diagonal. So all 4 of our weapons that this ship has can go on just these 2 mounts, which I think is cool. You have your galactic control station, that was our computer room, and then you have a computer core, which was the little room downstairs with the 2 boxes and its special computer by itself. Equipment plate, so we can put a gun on the top. Your hauler cargo hold, 585, which is pretty a good one, really. You have your fast ignition reactor, 27 out of 40 power. You have your Nova radiator on top, it's just for looks. And we have another cargo hold. So this thing has a maximum of 1,975 cargo, so that's not bad. Our grav drive is a 10 power with 33 thrust. This is probably the best one we've seen on a ship that we haven't built ourselves. And we have a final cargo hold. So wow, this thing has quite a few pieces of cargo hold. Yeah, 4 different ones. We have our landing bay, and we have our 2 gigantic engines. These engines are 22K by 4500, so these engines are better than the engines we saw on some of our other ships. These are really good engines. Let's put it back together. We'll do a quick fly around so we can see the top. It's not very symmetrical. I do not like that it has a cargo on one side, the helium tank on the other. Super bothers me in my heart. The guns are different on both sides too. I don't care for that. But, you know, it's not a bad mid-range ship. You know, it's a B, it's Class B. Class C is the biggest, Class A is the smallest. Batman's Class A is better than this from the way it looks, and you can put stuff in here that meets or exceeds all of these specs. So the Razor Leaf is definitely a better ship for how we can upgrade it, but it's not a bad ship. So this is the Spacer Jackel. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.